Hi there, and welcome to a post by Ange. I'm Angela, and this is a new series on my channel, Does It DIY? And in this series, we will be investigating commonly DIY projects found online and seeing if they actually work or if they're a complete ripoff. Either way, I'm here taking the chance so you don't have to within your home. Today's Does It DIY is naturally dyed Easter eggs. I've done a ton of research on this subject, more than I'd like to admit, but there's several ways in which you can dye an Easter egg naturally. You can use fruits, vegetables, teas, coffee, and spices. So I'll be testing 6 and seeing how it works. There are some that I chose. I admit that I chose them because I thought for sure that they would work. And then there's some I chose thinking that will totally debunk this. So here are my predictions. Coffee. And I was on the fence with it, thought it would probably dye it like a mustard yellow or maybe even a light brown. I also chose blueberry tea, which I thought would dye the eggs purple. And I thought for sure this would work because I have blueberry tea all the time. I see what it does to the inside of my white coffee mugs. I also chose turmeric, which I work with turmeric all the time in my cooking recipes. I see how it dyes my sponges, how it dyes my fingers. So I think for sure turmeric will dye an egg yellow. I also chose beetroots. Again, I cook with beets a lot. I know how red my fingers get when cooking with beets. So I'm definitely 100% confident we'll get a soft to dark red. There's 2 that I'm completely ready to debunk. One is using spinach to dye your eggs green. I don't think anything's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see anywhere near a shade of green. Nothing like the plants that you see behind me. And the other one is onion skins. So onion skins are supposed to dye the egg a yellow brownish color according to my research, but I don't even think I'll get anything out of it. I'm expecting the egg to be white or an off-white at the end of the dyeing process. Okay, let's get cracking. I have 4 pots here. Each are filled with 4 cups of water each, and each are filled with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, as well as half a tablespoon of table salt. And here are my first 4 ingredients. So we have blueberry tea and turmeric, coffee, and spinach. So once the water comes to a complete boil, each of these ingredients will go into its own individual pot. The water is now come to a boil, so adding each ingredient into each pot. Again, I'm just starting with 4 because I only have 4 pots that I can boil at a time. And we'll let these 4 ingredients simmer in the water, vinegar, salt mixture for 30 minutes. 20 minutes left on the clock. Look at the watercolor already changing in some of them. 20 minutes have now lapsed on the clock, so it's time for me to remove the pots from the stove and strain the ingredients from the water. And whatever water is left over, I'm going to move that over onto my preparation table for dyeing the eggs. Here are our dyes: coffee, spinach, blueberry tea, and turmeric. 2 more dyes to go. We have our onion skins and beet leaves and stems. Okay, so we have the onion skins and beet stems coming to a boil, as well as our eggs. Just over 12 minutes, and we can see that the water color is already changing. 30 minutes have lapsed. Time to strain the ingredients from the water so that we have our dye that we'll be working with. Okay, 1 egg goes into each bowl. Now I'll be letting the eggs sit for different durations of time because through my research it shows that you'll have a different effect the longer it sits in its mixture. I'll be doing this at a 8-minute mark, 15-minute mark, hour mark, and then several hours afterwards. So all right, here's me tossing the spinach around. We have an off-white color. Here's the beets. Nothing much happening there, which what a shocker actually. Turmeric, making the egg a light yellow. Blueberry tea, we have a soft blue color happening. And this is our onion skins. We have a soft orange color, almost brownish happening. I'm surprised by that. And coffee, it's kind of like an off brown greenish color. All right, spinach, looking a little bit darker, still off-white. Beets, not much happening at all. Kind of like a grayish color. Turmeric, the yellow's getting a bit darker, light mustardy color. Blueberry, we got a darker blue occurring, almost on the purplish end. And we're getting a darker orange from the onion skins. And coffee, still a light brown. I'm in awe. Some of these eggs are turning out crazy good. So far, the cooking onion almost looks like an orangey color as opposed to a brown, even though the water is this thick brown color. The coffee is almost like a greenish yellow color. I expect it to be brown and murky. The blueberry is blue. I thought it'd be purple. I can't believe this. I'm so disappointed. Beets. Look at that. You see? Nothing. There's nothing going on. It's like almost like a greenish color. It's weird. All right, turmeric. Turmeric looks nice and yellow, just like I thought it would be, but it's a soft yellow. It's not as rich as what I thought. This is spinach. Can you see that? It's like a brownish color. We'll keep letting them sit and see how they pan out. It's been about an hour. In a clockwise motion, starting in the top right corner, we have our orangey brown egg made from onion skins. Next, that is turmeric. Then we have our coffee egg, beets, blueberry tea, and spinach. I am completely shocked with the results that I got here today. I can tell you I am astounded. I thought beets would for sure work, and it appears that they haven't. I thought the blueberry tea would dye the eggs purple, and in fact they're blue. And who knew that cooking onions would be a hero in this natural dyed Easter egg test? I certainly didn't. Thank you for joining me on A Post by Ange. I hope you enjoyed today's Does It DIY? Is there a DIY project you are curious about to see if it actually works? If so, drop me a comment and I'll work on a video for you so that we can either like or dislike that DIY. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my page.